Hello Aquarius, welcome to your weekly tarot reading here on Dove and Serpent Tarot. This is for the week of February 5th through 11th. Please like, comment, and subscribe to the channel, especially if this reading resonates with you. Now this is going to be a general reading, so try to be open and receptive to whatever may come through during our time together. I am merely the messenger, and I ask you to connect directly with each of these cards and use your own intuition to take you beyond what I'm saying, okay? Remember that the most important part of any tarot reading is you. And look at that, we've got a Six of Pentacles to start us out. We're going to do the rest of our Dove and Serpent spread. I'll try to keep the cards as organized and as straight as possible. Still getting used to this overhead camera. Let's scoot everything maybe down a little bit. Still getting used to the overhead camera, so bear with me while we kind of, try to perfect our art here. We're going to do one mystery card, bonus card, confirmation card. Now, we're not going to look at that until the very end of the reading, so stick around until the end. And we're going to see how that might tie everything together or, give us the confirmation that we're looking for at the very end. So, what we've got here, it looks like there might be some cooperation on the horizon for you. I think that you're someone who is generally a very cooperative person. I feel like you're a real team player. You know what I mean? I think that you work very well in a group. You love to have success. You love to share it with your teammates. You know what I mean? I feel like you're not so much of the lone wolf. You're kind of more of this cooperative, like I said, team player. Someone that likes to see everyone succeed. Someone that really enjoys being a harmonious part of the group. You know what I mean? Like, you love knowing what your role is and contributing to it. You love that spirit of cooperation and of teamwork, right? So I wouldn't be surprised if you're in some kind of a career or some kind of a position in your life that is, you're a very important part of a team, okay? Because this Six of Pentacles here is really telling me that there's a real spirit of cooperation this week, okay? So maybe it's just kind of something that is going on right now in your life where there's a lot of people involved and everything needs to kind of run smoothly and harmoniously in order for this to really be a success, okay? And I don't really know what that is yet. We will see if we can get into some more detail here, but I feel like you're generally someone that likes to be part of a team, likes to contribute. I think at times you also like kind of going off on your own, doing your own thing, being the lone wolf. But I think right now your energy is more focused on that cooperative spirit, that harmonious kind of team vibe going on right now. Okay. And I think maybe that's where a lot of your success comes from, is your ability to really harmonize and resonate with a team. Like for me, I kind of work better by myself. I try to be a team player, but I'm never really that good at it, I'll be honest with you. But I feel like right now you're kind of the opposite. You really feel like you're thriving in this team situation, I think that in a team like this, in a group, in a kind of harmonious and resonant situation like this, the energies are being shared and exchanged in such a way that everyone's best qualities are coming out. And that's really leading to some success. I think there's a lot of, it seems to me mostly career related, but it could really be taking place in any area of your life. It could be in the domestic sphere, could be at work, it could be in just a group of friends or, family members, something like that. But I feel like the cooperation, that is kind of the main focus for you right now, is kind of learning how to get along and really using this as an opportunity to share ideas, exchange energy, and create this kind of collective success, okay? I don't know what kind of a group you're a part of, though. That's what's kind of, it's not really sticking out to me what kind of a group this is, okay? But I feel like you're definitely fitting in and harmonizing and resonating with this group of people. Okay, it's really a spirit of cooperation this week. That's leading to some material success. I mean, this card is all about the blossoming of this, the the flower that we're creating in the material world, right? So whatever kind of project, whatever kind of work that you're doing with this group of people, I feel like it's going to be very successful this week. Okay, you got something going on that is really starting to come together. And there is, however, this air sign person, or what we'll call the air sign person. Now, we may not know what their astrological placements are, okay? But I feel like there's one person in particular in this group that is, this week they're kind of trying to take the lead. They're trying to make themselves stand out. They're putting themselves in front of the team, kind of, okay? This is the Prince of Swords. May not be an air sign person, right? But they have this vibe that they're trying to show off a little bit, or they're trying to take credit for everyone else's efforts, and they're trying to really bring themselves out, to make themselves stand out in front of the group, okay? And I think that's causing a little bit of friction, to be honest with you. I think that this is disrupting some of this harmony in this group of people. Again, this could be at work, could be in the family, it could be in any kind of extracurricular activity, could be in a team sport that you're playing. Really anywhere that there's this group of people that it should be about the team. But we've got this particular person who is trying to shine a little bit brighter than the rest of you. Okay, and I think you're noticing. I think everyone really is noticing this person, and it's not appreciated. Okay, so I think that's kind of what's going on with you right now, and I feel like with this Prince of Wands, I feel like you're not the kind of person that's really going to put up with that. You know, I think you've got this kind of fiery energy about you. I think that whatever this group is, this work, this project, this team effort that we're involved in, I think it means a great deal to you. Okay, and I think that you're not going to tolerate this person putting themselves before the team, or in front of the team, or shining brighter than the rest of you. Okay, with this fiery energy here with these wands, I feel like you might be getting a little mad, right? You might be getting a little bit kind of pissed off at this person for disrupting this flow and this harmony. Because this is a very meaningful situation for you. It's some project or some endeavor, some kind of team effort that really does have a lot of meaning for you. It's really like you're really, really attached to this thing, and it really has a deep meaning for you. Okay, so I don't know, again, if this is like a team sport. It could be something at work that's a team project, or it could be something in the home too. You know, maybe you'll leave me some comments, let me know where this is kind of taking place. But you're not going to tolerate it, and I think you're going to speak up. I think that you're the type of person that if you see something like this going on, you're going to bring it up and talk about it and have that discussion with the group and say, hey, this needs to stop. This is disrupting the flow, the harmony, the team vibe that we have. And we've got to do something about it. So I think that you're someone that really does speak up when something's bothering you. You're not just going to kind of remain quiet and let it happen and hope it resolves itself. No, you're the type of person that will speak up. I think you speak your mind sometimes to the point where it might get you in trouble. So I think we've got to be aware of that and not let it get that far, to that point. Try to dial it back just a little bit and have some tact, right? Have some strategy about the thing. And we see something like that in the past, okay? In the recent past, we've got this Art or Temperance card. Now, this is some fiery energy. This is a card that is in some way a balance between fire and water, between head and heart, between active and passive, between like aggression maybe, and this kind of passivity. So I think there was some kind of experience in the recent past for you where you may have kind of lost your cool a little bit. You may have had a struggle. I'm getting an S name somewhere here too. I don't know, did we have an S name in your last reading? We might have. I don't quite remember. But I feel an S name now that there was some situation in the recent past where you kind of regret the way that you behaved with that person. It was almost like you, maybe you jumped to conclusions or something. You know what I mean? Because I feel that there's this the harmony in your life was disrupted in the recent past with this S person. And it was in some way your fault. Okay, now I'm not trying to put blame anywhere, but it seems like you regret your actions at least. Okay, so you're kind of looking at it as if it's your fault, your responsibility, and that you kind of caused it. Okay, so I feel like there's some dilemma there. Maybe we can get to the bottom of this. This person may be a Sagittarius sign, but I'm getting an S in their name. I don't know if this is your significant other. There's some indication that maybe this is a relationship that didn't quite work out. Because for some reason there was this harmony that we usually get with the Art or Temperance card that have lost its way, right? There's some disharmony here. There's some discordance rather than resonance in the recent past. And I'm feeling like this is a romantic relationship that maybe took a wrong turn somewhere, and you're kind of feeling that this was your responsibility, okay? And that could be affecting the current situation, because there's a reason why this is in the recent past in this spread, in this reading today, because somehow that energy there with that Art or Temperance card is still affecting you in the situation that's going on right now with this team effort, this group of people that you're involved with. It could be that the experience from this past, which I think was this relationship that lost its harmony, right? I think your experiences from that are influencing, let's say, influencing how you're going to behave in this situation with this, what we're calling the air sign person, but this person who is putting themselves before the team, okay? So it could be your natural kind of instinct is to just go wild and just use force, kind of, in a way, right? No violence, of course, but I mean, like, just be blunt, be kind of harsh, no hesitation, just do what needs to be done to put that person in their place. You know what I mean? There's no hesitation there. And this, we have the Devil card beneath the surface, so I think this is kind of your normal operating procedure is being tempered a little bit by this Art card or this Temperance card. This past situation that we have here is kind of making you second guess yourself a little bit in this current situation, okay? Because I think your normal impulse here might just be to say screw it and leave, right? Be the lone wolf, go off on your own. Something like this with the person trying to put themselves before the team and there's this disharmony now in your current group, I think your first impulse and instinct is just be like, well, I'm just going to go do it myself. I'm going to go be alone and I don't need to be part of this, right? But I think that this past event, this disharmony in this past relationship is causing you to second guess your devil energy, this devil instinct, okay? Now, I say devil, I'm not talking anything supernatural. That's the name of the card, okay? And I think that this is your impulsive drive. This is kind of your first instinct of how to act in any situation. This is your force. This is your power. This is that instinctual drive. And what we know about the Devil card or the goat symbol is that it can easily go off on its own and be successful. You know, it has enough internal drive, power, force, fire, ambition. It doesn't need the group. Okay, so I think this is something that you've kind of volunteered for in a way, right? And you're committed to it, and you have the desire to be there, and you feel very harmonious. But with this person coming in and causing this disruption, putting themselves before the team, etc., you're getting this instinct back that just says, I just want to take off. You know, I'd rather go and make my own way, forge my own path, do something different, do something solitary. I don't need to be part of this group if it's going to be dysfunctional, right? I think that's kind of the key here. It feels like a dysfunctional group. And I feel like this Art or Temperance card is making you second guess your instincts here. And maybe that's a good thing. Okay, maybe that's a good thing. Maybe this is something that we can resolve and restore the harmony before you just before you take off and go your own way, you know. But interestingly, what we see in the immediate future is the Hermit, okay? So this really could be you taking your light and going home, okay? It could be you leaving the group, okay? Whatever this group is, it feels a little dysfunctional at the moment. I think because of this, what we're calling the air sign person, who is putting themselves before the team, and they're not really cooperating as a team, as a whole, okay? And it kind of feels to me like you're going to turn away from these people, from this group, at least for a time, okay? I'm getting this feeling like you're walking away, okay? But I can't predict the future. I don't know if that's truly what you're going to do or not. I think this is the kind of, this is the hopeful outcome. This is kind of what you want to do. You want to walk away. You want to focus on your own growth, your own success, your own progress. So you are kind of taking your light and going home. You're kind of detaching from this group a little bit. And it could be that going into this week, there's going to be an opportunity for a little bit of solitude for everybody. Maybe there's a break or a pause, or, you know, over the weekend or something when the group disperses, you know, for a couple days. There's going to be some time to really reflect on what's going on and come to a better decision of what to do. Maybe this, what we're calling the air sign person, maybe they will take a little bit of time to reflect on the circumstances too, and they'll come into the next week with kind of a different mindset, you know. So I think the Hermit is kind of saying, look, there's going to be a little bit of a break for everyone to kind of return home, do their own thing, have a little bit of solitude, a little bit of downtime, and then come back together in a few days to see where we're at, you know. So it feels like a temporary split, or a temporary walking away, like it could be over the weekend, and then on Monday everyone meets back up. You know what I mean? So I feel like this is what we're looking forward to, because again, you have this impulse to just split from them, kind of getting angry. You want to just go home. But this Art or Temperance card is kind of influencing you and telling you, okay, well, maybe there's a way to figure this out. Maybe there's a way to restore the harmony, get the resonance back. Maybe it doesn't have to be dysfunctional forever, right? Maybe it can be fixed. So I think we're taking this few days, this Hermit energy, for a day or two, like I said, maybe over the weekend or something, for everybody to kind of reflect on where we're at, come back together Monday morning, and see what's going on, you know. Let's move over to the path of the Serpent now, and I do just want to say that these cards are always correct. I never pull an incorrect tarot card. I don't think anyone does. The problem is, as the messenger, I may not know how to interpret each of these cards in relation to your exact circumstances. So it's very important that you connect with the images, with the energies, and use your own intuition. Okay. General energy, I think that it's going to be very important that we take this break for the weekend or whatever, right? Because I think you really are. I think the group in general is so dysfunctional at this point that the communication is just completely garbled. There's just static. There's just noise. No one's really communicating anymore. And I think it's frustrating you. I think you're really at the kind of end of your rope with things. You're not someone who will generally beat a dead horse, okay? I know it's kind of a terrible idiom, but you understand it, I'm pretty sure. You're not going to keep trying and trying and trying to establish this harmony or keep the harmony if this person is causing their disruption. They don't want to be cooperative. They don't want to be a team player. And it could be that their vibe is starting now to kind of infect other people, and other people are starting to kind of lose their harmony and resonance with the group. And it's just creating a bigger and bigger mess, you know? And I think that you've tried to communicate, you've tried to do what you can to restore the harmony. You've tried to kind of step up and say, hey, let's everybody come back together and let's be a team. I don't think it's working. I think you're at the end of your rope. I think you realize that the more you try to talk and be reasonable, the more it just seems like everybody's kind of shooting off in their own directions, you know? So I feel like you're kind of fed up with things, honestly. And you're ready for this break because I feel like you're ready to just split and go your own way. But I think the weekend or whatever this couple of days break is going to be will give everyone a new perspective, and then we can look at it again next week to see if people are ready now to come together, okay? In the position of your relationships, we have this 7 of Cups. Now, I wonder if this is related to this past relationship that I think has lost its harmony, which I think was maybe a romantic relationship that has recently ended, and I think that you still feel a little bit of guilt about it. You feel like in some way it was because of your behavior or your reactions to things, okay? It could be that we got lost in the 7 of Cups. We got lost in our emotions a little bit. We just kind of indulged in these maybe negative feelings a little bit too much, and we didn't have the kind of balance and harmony within ourselves that we might see with this Art or Temperance card. So I feel like that relationship is still kind of fresh on your mind. It still is probably not the most pleasant memory or pleasant feelings to revisit. Okay, but I feel like this is something that's still lingering kind of in your environment. I don't know if you broke up with this person or the relationship ended, but somehow you still have to see them. I wonder now if maybe they're also involved in this group. Because I wonder why these two stories are kind of intertwined like this. It could be, indeed, that this person is still part of the group. And it may be that the tension in that group now, because of this past relationship between the two of you, maybe not romantic, maybe just the two of you got personal or friends or whatever, and that didn't quite work out. And now there's this disharmony in the group, at work or at church, in the temple, or wherever it is, the lodge, the order, the charitable organization, wherever it's taking place. That's a possibility, because there's a reason why this water is still here and this Art or Temperance card is still here. The Temperance card, I understand being an influence on your present circumstances and how you're choosing to react to this situation now. But why we still have this 7 of Cups here, it may be that this emotional situation with that possible Sagittarius, that S name person, could be that they're still around. They're still they're in this group or they're still in your life somewhere, where you kind of have to still see them or talk to them, and it just keeps these negative emotions lingering, right? It's making it kind of difficult to move on. So I wonder if there's still something, there's some kind of a reminder in your life about that relationship or that situation that is now affecting how you're dealing with this current group of people, your current, team. Interesting. Let's go to the next card now, which is this Princess of Discs. I think you're someone who is not going to hang around in this situation if it's not leading to some kind of result or success or progress or productivity. I don't see that this is really just a casual experience for you or a casual thing. I think there's a real purpose to this group, this situation that you're in. We started off saying it has tremendous meaning for you. It's something very close to home. Has very deep connections for you. And I think that, it's looking like it's more of a work thing because of this Princess of Discs or Pentacles. It's kind of telling me that you wouldn't be involved with this if it wasn't leading to something tangible, something visible, something that you could kind of take a picture of. So that to me seems like a work thing mostly. I mean, it could still be like a sport, like a team sport or something, and you're really, you wouldn't be involved with this. It's not just for fun and games for you. I guess that's kind of the meaning that I'm getting. It's something that is going to have practical, tangible results. You're not just doing it for fun and enjoyment. It's not just like extracurricular. It is something that is meant to produce a result. Okay. So maybe career, maybe work, maybe it's at the place of employment. But I think you're generally like that. You generally focus on the purpose. Why are you doing what you're doing? What is the result going to be? What is the real purpose of all of this activity? What are we creating? Right? Are you planting seeds for future results, future success and achievements? Because you're not just idling and just wasting time. Everything that you do has a real intent behind it. I think that you're a person who plans ahead, kind of has a strategy for your future. So every activity that you do, everything that you get involved with, has a very definite purpose. It fits into the whole in some way, right? The bigger picture. And that is, your happiness, your success, your fulfillment, spiritually, emotionally, financially as well, all of it. You definitely have a purpose in everything that you do. And I think that's good that we're taking a little bit of time to reassess where we're at with this current group, because I do feel like there's a reason why you're there participating in this work, because it's part of your bigger picture. So to impulsively leave and split from the group and say, screw it all, I'm going home, well, that I don't think really fits into your bigger picture. So it's good that we kind of temper that initial impulse, give it a few days, reassess, come back to the table and see where we're at, The final card on the Path of the Serpent is this Eight of Wands. This is also talking about the Sagittarius person a little bit. This card is ruled by Mercury in Sagittarius. So I wonder still again now if this S-named Sagittarius person is involved in this group and it's kind of causing a little bit of disharmony or disruption because your personal relationship with them has ended or taken a different kind of turn, but yet they're still involved in this group, they're still kind of involved in this project, or they're still in your life somewhere, and it's kind of a mess, right? I feel like it's interesting because we have 8 days, right? With the Eight of Wands, I'm getting this feeling of 8 days. Well, 8 days, is going to be pretty much right after the weekend, right? So, it seems to me like this is a good indication that at least give it this week before you make any kind of impulsive moves, before you really change anything up. Let's give it a week, at least a week, or about a week, give or take. And see where we're at after this little break. This break could be because of a holiday, it could be, just because of the weekend. It could be that there's just the group takes a few days for whatever reason and kind of disperses and then comes back to the table. If this is a work thing, it makes sense. If the weekend's coming, then that'll bring us right around 7 or 8 days. But I think the indication there is to don't tolerate the situation indefinitely, but don't act impulsively now. Give it a few days. Okay? Give it a few days and you will come to a more enlightened decision. We're going to look at this mystery card now to see if this can give us a little bit of a clue, maybe a missing piece somewhere. Well, we got some more fiery energy. This is the Emperor card. I think, after this week, we said that we were going to wait 7 or 8 days, right, to kind of reassess and to do some introspection, take advantage of this hermit period, the temporary break. When you come back to the table, I think you're going to have a clear understanding of what you want to do, what you're going to do. I think you're going to take charge. I think you're going to take the lead. And maybe that's what this group is missing, is someone like you to really step up and take the lead. Okay, maybe you kind of tried to do that with some of this Ten of Swords. I don't think that was, I think this was kind of more like the, oh, hey, come on, guys, let's cooperate, let's work together. It wasn't really very authoritative. It wasn't very direct. It wasn't very, blunt and powerful. But you have that in you, because we were talking about this Prince of Wands. You have this, like, I think you're kind of getting pissed off at the situation, but you definitely have leadership qualities. And this Devil energy, this is it's kind of a solo card, right? A solo energy, but there's great leadership there in that card. If it's with this Devil card, with this Capricorn card, this is someone who can be the leader when they need to, although they don't like it. They'd rather be doing their own thing by themselves. So this is also telling me that since you're in this group, there's a good reason why you're there, because it's not something you really choose to do just for the heck of it. You'd rather be off doing things by yourself, forging your own way, building your own success, kind of solo, if you could. So there's a good reason why you're involved in this group. So that tells me that we need to wait. Don't jump the gun. Don't act too impulsively. Give it that week and see where we're at after. I think after that week, maybe you're going to step into this leadership role. Maybe you're going to really take charge of this group and like whip everybody into shape. Not literally. But this is a good confirmation. And even if you choose to leave the group, I think you're going to do so with full confidence, full authority. It's not impulsive. This is, the Emperor here is a leader with strategy, a leader that is not just acting rashly or too hastily, someone that has thought about it, thought things through, very strategic. It's, art of war kind of stuff. Okay? It's the confidence that you're making the right decision. You're not acting from emotion. You're acting from strategy, necessity. You can see the future of this path that you're on, and so you know exactly what you need to do. This could be taking the leadership role and whipping everyone into shape. This could be just re-invoking this Hermit and this Devil and going your own way. Okay? It could be either way, but the key takeaway is to give it this week and come back to the table, and you'll have a clear understanding of what you need to do, and you'll have the strength, the authority, the power to do exactly what needs to be done in a very reasonable and confident and assertive way, not acting impulsively, not acting rashly or from emotion. Okay, so I think this is a really good confirmation. I think it sums up everything for this week and gives us something to aspire to for the week to come. Anyway, Aquarius, thank you for being here for this reading. We're going to do an extended. Click on the link that's right here, and you can have access to all of the extended readings. This was your weekly tarot reading for February 5th through 11th on Dove and Serpent Tarot.